Tony here from Psych'd on Baseball Cards with a mail day video. I'm going to make this in two parts because it's 7 cards and I'm going to do a little bio on each player. So I'm going to do 4 cards and 4 cards, 2 separate videos. Alright, so hang on a minute while I turn this around. I already opened up the package so I could get everything in order as I do them. Alright, hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, back. First up we have Kirk Simmons. First of all, these cards I picked up on eBay are in pretty good condition for 1960. As you can see, the corners are really sharp. This is pretty nicely centered. Nice sharp picture. And all the cards are pretty much same condition. So anyway, a little bit about Kirk Simmons. He was a left-handed pitcher, pitched for 20 years for the Phillies, the Cardinals, the Cubs, and the Angels. He had a .354 earned run average, and he won 193 games and lost 182. Along with Robin Roberts, he helped anchor the Whiz Kid Phillies in the 1950s. In 1950, he won 17 games, but in September was called up to active duty for the Korean War and wasn't able to play in the World Series. He was granted leave from the military to attend the World Series, but the Phillies chose not to request the commissioner to grant him eligibility to play. And the Phillies went on to get swept by the Brooklyn Dodgers. Hank Aaron and Stan Musial on separate occasions stated that Kirk Simmons was the toughest pitcher they had ever faced. Back of the card if you'd like to take a look at it and pause the camera. Next up we have Gene Freese. Gene was a third baseman. He played for 17 years. He was a .254 career hitter, and he played for 6 different teams: the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Phillies, the White Sox, Cincinnati, and Houston. In '61, he hit 5 home runs as a pinch hitter in a 6-week stretch. The record at that time was 6 homers in 6 weeks. Don't know what it is now. I never looked it up to see if it still stands. His best year was '61 when he hit 26 home runs and had 87 RBIs. In '62, he broke his ankle, and after that, he was never quite the same player, but he did manage to play for 17 years. Next up, we have Ed Bailey. Ed was a catcher. He played for 14 years. He was a .256 career hitter, and he played for 5 different teams: Cincinnati, San Francisco Giants, Milwaukee Braves, Chicago Cubs, and Los Angeles Angels. He was considered one of the top catchers in the National League in the late 50s and early 60s. He was a 6-time All-Star, and in June of 1963, for the Giants, he caught Juan Marichal's no-hitter. One interesting side note, Bailey was, like I said, he was an All-Star 6 times. But one of the years, in '57, he and 6 of his teammates for Cincinnati, Roy McMillan, Johnny Temple, Don Houck, Gus Bell, Wally Post, and Frank Robinson were all voted onto the National League All-Star starting lineup, the result of ballot stuffing by the Cincinnati fans. The commissioner at the time, Ford Frick, intervened, removing Bell and Post from the starting lineup and replaced them with Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. And the following year, he took the voting away from the fans and gave it to the players, managers, and coaches. But since I'm not sure when it happened, but they gave it back to the fans eventually. Okay. Next up, we have Paul Jaya. Jaya was a relief pitcher. Pitched for only 6 years. He played for the New York Giants, the Pirates, the Kansas City A's, and the Minnesota Twins. He had a .539 earned run average. He was probably better known for his college career. He played for the University of Minnesota football team as a tailback and the baseball team. In his final football game in '53, he broke his ankle on a kickoff when clipped from behind. In that year, '53, he was the UPI Player of the Year and also runner-up for the Heisman Trophy. He was a two-time Big Ten Player of the Year, '52 and '53, two-time first-team All-American in '52 and '53, and a three-time All Big Ten in '51 through '53. Many believed he was too small to play professional football, so he was drafted instead by the Canadian League and was offered $75,000, but he signed with the San Francisco Giants to play baseball for $60,000 bonus, which at the time was the highest bonus ever paid to a player. After baseball, he became a color commentator for the Minnesota Vikings on radio broadcast, and he served from '62 to '69 as the University of Minnesota athletic director. And in '75, he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Okay, so that is my 4 cards for the day. I will do a part 2 on this with 4 more other players. So hope you all enjoyed the video, and until next time, catch you later. Bye.